Hello, hello, my name is Nobody, and welcome to the second game in this best of 7 between Skittle and Spring. Right now score is 1 to Spring and 0 to Skittle. Over in this bottom right corner we will have Skittle playing as the Portuguese. In the top left corner we'll have Spring playing as Mayans. This was Pick Civ with Aztecs banned. So Mayans, of course, we know the powerhouse. The only changes in African kingdoms on the mines were Plumed Archers a little bit more expensive, and the resources last 15% longer from 20, but still the powerhouse that we know and love from the Mayans, especially on Arena.
Estou pronto.
Portuguese. All units cost minus 15% gold, including crossbow, longswordsman, knight, and whatnot. They do get bloodlines, and importantly, they get the organ gun, which is a very strong siege unit. Very high attack, very high armor. Very slow, but it doesn't matter as much on Arena. And arquebus gunpowder units, including the bombard cannon, affected by ballistics. So those two main reasons why you pick the Portuguese on Arena, just to get into that Imperial Age arquebus, really heavy gunpowder unit spam. And the mine's just so flexible. You can do a forward castle drop, you can do a defensive castle drop, and the combination of Eagle Warriors and Plumed Archers is just so cheap and hard to stop. So let's take a look at the maps. Left corner you have some gold. It's not really in range of anything. Forward stone. Skittle will be wanting to take some stone eventually. And he has this back stone over here, so that'll be safe. Side gold over here. Has an okay amount of room to boom up. Spring. Side gold on the right side. Back stone, that's pretty nice. Has some nice deer to be lured. Let's see if Skittle has any deer. He has the deer over here. It'll be a little harder, though. And 2 golds in the back from Spring, so that's a nice advantage. Especially with the gold lasting longer. Not a lot of room to boom up, however. Maybe we'll put a town center on these berries. So maybe because of that, Spring thinking of a more aggressive strategy. We did see in the finals match, Game 2, Tato versus Melkor. We saw a Mayans versus Portuguese matchup. And, no, we saw Portugal versus Portugal, but we saw the power of the Portuguese anyway. And I think one of these matches was Mayans versus Portuguese, and I think the Portuguese matched up pretty well going into the late game. So maybe Skittle will want to be trying to do... We'll try to be doing some sort of aggressive strategy. Like the Eddie forward castle into Fastive Trebs or something along those lines. Hey, what's up, Nonsensical? I enjoyed your cast last time. Bobo versus Black Forest. Spring should be luring these deer pretty soon. Relic positioning looks pretty even. There's just one closer to Skittle. I think on this particular type of arena, it's a little more spread out. A little more even.
Olá.
An emergency house coming down for Skittle right now. Going to be housed for a little bit here. That's one of the most important things on early game arena is just trying to get your build so clean. So you can go up on that 24-25 25 population with a nice, clean, fast castle. And right now, Skittle should be half a villager behind. Looks like Spring chose to do Loom at the early game. Sometimes players don't do Loom with Mayans, just because I think it does delay like one villager, or half a villager or something like that. But I think that's personal preference.
Estou pronto. Sim.
And right now, Spring about half a villager ahead.
Olá.
Just taking the board, just going through their builds. I'll see if there's any anything different in the builds. See if there's early stone being taken or whatnot. To see, try to predict their strategies. And because we are watching a recording, I'll just speed this up just a little bit. Ariak asks, who are games played? The games were played last week. Who is playing? It's Spring and Skittle.
Olá.
The games were played at a weird time, so I wasn't able to cast them. Luring him some deer is Spring right now. Has 4 full deer. And Skittle looks like only has 3, but hasn't lured any in. So right now, early game edge to Spring. He's not only half a villager ahead, but he's also luring deer. It looks like Skittle won't even bother. Just too far away. Next deer coming in. And early stone being taken from Spring. We'll see if this translates into a quick castle coming up. Spring clicking up to the next age significantly faster than Skittle. That might be again due to the nice dark age he's had. 26 population, pretty good, and no farms having to be seeded at this point. Just taking all the deer. Skittle clicking up 2 villagers later. So now it looks like he's 1 villager ahead. But not for long. Spring not taking any gold, so he will maybe sell a little bit of wood or stone to get the gold he needs. Let's take a look at it, at his point of view, see if he'll pull off this build cleanly, and it looks like he will. And just sell a little bit of wood or stone. Sold 200 stone, and now he's up. Very clean build from Spring, and still not having to seed any farms. All of these farms will have horse collar on them. Skittle clicking up to the next stage now. Skittle looks like 1 villager ahead going up. But that'll even out. It looks like maybe that'll be 2 villagers worth. So Spring should be 1 villager ahead by the time they both get up. Still taking a little bit of gold here that could translate into a monastery, or maybe he'll buy something. And taking stone here for Skittle. I haven't seen this before. So it's going to go for an early castle with the Portuguese. Let's go at normal speed now. Spring doesn't have the stone yet. He chose to sell that stone, but we'll go with 2 town centers straight away. Only building them with 1 villager, however.
Así que
Skittle up to the next age. 550 stone in the bank. Going with a monastery straight away. Maybe we'll see some sort of monk castle push. Each of these monks costing, I think, 85 gold each. And Portuguese get all the monk techs that they need. One of the tough things, though, is that Spring's gonna have his castle out, and there's no way you can monk push against a castle. And he should know that Spring is going for a castle. So we'll see if Skittle decides to plan it defensively, offensively. Looks like defensively. Arena, one of those maps that's really about mind games and kind of guessing what your opponent's going to do. Maybe he's placing his castle defensively because Spring is going to place his castle offensively, which is not the case here. And no town centers out from Skittle right now. So Spring doing the early economy push, early economy build, without sacrificing the timing on his castle that much. And building the castle in the corner here. Notice he can do that because he has the scouting information. And right now, I would say Spring's significantly in the lead this game. It's hard to monk push against plumes also. Maybe you can do it if they don't have fletching, but again, it's very hard. The castle's probably more so what you're worried about. Monks can't convert castles, unfortunately.
Shot it.
So Skittle picking up the relics, it'll even out the economy just a little bit, but not that much. And Skittle now going up to his second and third town center. But by the time he gets it up, he'll be 10 villagers behind. And 10 villagers behind at this early point in the game is such a huge deal. Coming with some organ guns, they are very slow. I think they should be able to deal with plumed archers pretty reasonably, though. They do have 4 armor to start with, and a pretty good health. Pretty good damage and range also. And siege traditionally pretty good against archers. Watching this guy push his big cannon around. Looking for something to shoot. Reminds me of an American going hunting with all the cannons.
Shot it.
And somehow Spring Scout getting in here. And that's actually pretty nice. He can see exactly what Skittle is doing. He's seen the castle now. And scouting just so important, especially on Arena. If you can get the scouting in, oftentimes it's pretty hard to get scouting on Arena. But we'll lose a scout here, that's a little sloppy. Boo! Right now, 20 villagers ahead for Spring. And Skittle having 2 relics right now. Guarding the relics with the organ guns. Yes, this is true. Spring can't make light cav versus organ guns. I don't think organ guns have an attack bonus, though, against Eagle Warriors. Just guarding here. We'll see if we see some petards. 4 villagers going forward now. And it looks like he'll have enough for another castle by the time he gets there. I wouldn't be surprised if Skittle was able to get in here with another castle. However, the problem for him is, if a castle from Spring comes down, another castle comes down, then this might go into who gets the imp first game. And right now it's looking Spring, with a better economy, should get the imp first. Siege Workshop coming down. Siege not so good against organ guns, but they could be good against the walls here. They could be good behind the walls is what I meant to say. Nice amount of plumed archers. We'll try to micro against the organ guns. I don't think it'll work though. Skittle collecting all the relics. That's pretty nice. Just checking resources, especially the food, seeing if they're close to going up.
Estou pronto.
Almost enough for another castle now.
Por Deus. Quais são as vossas ordens?
Right now, Spring 20 villagers in the lead. A little bit less, but don't need to be precise. Just battering down this wall here. Actually, the organ gun's doing pretty good damage against the wall.
Estou pronto.
And Skittle should have all 5 relics. Let's speed up the game a bit. Mangonel now coming out. Wide Canary now coming on those archers. Won't be able to hit anything. Here he comes through. Spring 2 Mangonels. Mangonels, again, traditionally pretty good against Siege. We'll see how they do. These organ guns can't pack a punch, though. 2 Mangonels coming out. Does he get a nice shot on here? No, misses. And first Mangonel going down. Oh, that's such a shame. Unable to get a single shot in. Should have brought them out when the organ guns were stationary. And Castle now coming down over here. We'll be able to deny quite a bit of farm eco here. And Spring will be powerless to stop this. Where's Spring then going up to the next stage? Not even close. And he's too late on his own castle. I bet he would have liked to put a castle here. Mangonel doing some pretty decent damage, but not enough. And let's go over to Skittle. A lot of gold, but I bet you he could use the market to go up a little bit faster. And a lot of plumed archers here. Maybe this will be enough. This is really important for Spring right now. Maybe you should target down the villagers. Down goes 2 organ guns. Mangonel goes down. Monk's trying to convert the plumed archers. Castle 98%, and it's up. Oh, and big shot on the plumed archers. And this is so important. Imperial Age coming in from Spring right now. Look at that plumed archer just taking all those rock slides in the head. Like it's nothing. Rocks for breakfast. And the Skittle going into the next age right now. So this will be pretty close. But Spring does have home field advantage. Should be able to get 2 trebs out really quickly. And we'll leave the Portuguese player with only 1 castle back at home. Spring trying to get in over here. I think he should, Skittle trying to get in. Should try to wall through here. Spring's still going with Mangonels at this point. And right now, all about the wood and gold to get those trebs out. So villager lead cut to 15 right now, ahead of for Spring. I expect he'll be able to win this treb fight here. What happens after that, I'm not sure. Let's see if Spring scattered these golds he has. Can we see a big shot on the Mangonel here? Again, not using attack ground. Oh, big shot, big shot! 2 going down. 3 going down. And 3 for 2 Mangonels. That's about even. Mangonel's probably a bit more expensive. I could time you out, can I? I'm not sure if I can. Imperial Age now coming in. Should see 2 trebs. Cancel these. Cancel them. There you go.
Shot it.
And Bracer coming in. 2 trebs coming straight away. Should see a treb from Skittle. Cancel. Yeah, there you go. And a castle coming up behind. He's really going to commit to this. And this castle should be up. If it was up a minute ago, that would really help. This ram could actually do some pretty good damage. It'll be in range of his defense of his castle. And poor farmer. Might want to build some houses over here to protect his trebs. So first 2 trebs deploying on the castle here. Now first trebuchet coming out from Skittle. Ram coming forward. This ram could help. And the first castle will be down just in an instant, not even being repaired, because these villagers were building this castle. He's repairing the organ guns right now. And this trebuchet is in range, but it won't matter. Spring should repair this castle. There's only 1 treb on it. It's not worth it to lose a castle. The question is, how does he deal with these organ guns? The first solution could be taking out these castles, but will the trebs be able to get in range of this castle? One thing that might be useful to Spring is some rams right now. Rams actually do bonus damage versus organ guns. Take down an organ gun in 2 hits, I think. taking out the organ gun. 5 trebuchets here. Will Spring lose his castle though? Committing fully onto plumed archers, leather armor, and chemistry coming in. Come on, really needs to take down this threat. Portugal can build bombard cannons. However, the arquebus upgrade is very expensive. It looks like Skittle will be able to afford it though. The thing is, Skittle needs a mixed army. You can't just go with bombard cannons. Oh, and this is very fortunate, getting right in under the range of the castle. 2 of them going down for free. These organ guns doing so much damage to these plumed archers, even fully upgraded. And Megan Elf now coming out. These trebuchets is really the MVP of this game. It gets an organ gun here also. Every organ gun that Spring gets really counts. And the thing is, these organ guns are so slow, even the trebuchets are kind of making work of them. 2 more siege workshops coming down. Looks like going into rams. Takes down the treb finally. His castle is now safe. And these trebuchets, again, getting more hits onto these organ guns. Now elite organ guns. 20 attack, 2/6 armor. Come on, hit the castle, hit the castle. And that should be the end of the castle here. So investing into elite organ gun, that's very few left, has 2 castles left. And this is a very strategic choice by Skittle, whether for better or worse. He's chosen to invest into elite organ gun over arquebus for bombard cannons.
Sim.
And you can see how much Skittle has neglected his economy this game. Still only on 86 villagers, should be a lot higher at this point.
Quais são as vossas ordens?
And it looks like that's going to come to bite him now. So that poor Dark Age really changing the scope of the game. If you want to play the nobody drinking game, take a drink every time nobody says really.
Quais são as vossas ordens?
This castle will go down in an instant. Onager might be a worthy investment here, however. And 3 going down, wow. 4 going down. Taking out the siege workshops. These trebuchets, just such an asset. I wonder how many kills each of these have gotten. Right on top of them. The thing is, since they're classified as siege also, they do take a bit more space, so much easier to hit with trebuchets. And 5 mangonels now out over here. Next castle going down, leaving Skittle down with 1 castle, looking pretty dire for him. And there's no way these cannons can even approach these trebuchets. So many onagers here. Now upgrading fully to onager. Spring should add some more plumed archers now. 2-man saw, that's really a waste. I don't think this game will go on that much longer. And even the mangonel's doing pretty good work. So that's how you counter organ guns. We saw how strong they were in that Portugal war. Spring even getting the upgrades, maybe we'll transition to Eagles later on. And Honors are now finally done. Organ Gun's not the easiest unit to micro since they are slow. And it looks like I think we'll be seeing GG pretty soon. Taking all this gold over here. Spring won't have any problems with gold anytime soon. No, the Portuguese can also go for hand cannons. Won't be very good in this situation, but they can. They do get access to Hussar, I think. I think they do. Maybe I'll check the tech tree. You can do monks with redemption, say against the onagers here, and most importantly, the bombard cannons are so strong, maybe the best in the game with arquebus. And they also get fully upgraded cavalier. All of these gold units costing less gold, but this should be GG, and there's GG right there. And really, the tale of this game, probably Skittle's neglect of his economy and getting behind a little bit early. Chose to do the Fort Castle, and that almost worked. He didn't have his build set up for a fast imp build, though. He did the 3 town centers, and Spring, just better economy, went up earlier, took out the castles, got his ability to make organ guns, and the trebuchet is just so effective against the organ guns. Organ guns so big, so bulky, so slow, and that was the game. So let's take a look at the achievements. Pretty good game, I think. Wasn't one-sided, although Spring held the lead most of the game. Units killed just about the same. Better economy from Spring the whole game. The Imperial time, that really made a big difference, just that one minute. And 1 minute in fuel age, too. 5 relics for Skittle, that's pretty nice. 3,000 gold, that's really nice, actually. And here's the timeline, pretty even. Alright, so in 3-4 minutes time, we'll start the next game. So stay tuned.